Yeah, I have some information over there. All right. All right, I'm gonna mute everybody out. Mute off. Okay, welcome everybody. This is Richard Roop with richardroop.com. And this is the weekly Tuesday drop-in Q&A call for people that own some of my training programs, my deal structuring software. You're in some of my support programs, my coaching program. So this is to support you guys. All right. Today I'm going to start with Marcus. He has some stuff he wants me to go over and evaluate some of his marketing. Anybody else, if you want to ask a question, you can put it in the chat. Damien will watch for that. But also, when I open it up again for questions, you can just unmute yourself and chime in. Okay? All right, Marcus, go ahead and unmute yourself. And we'll see.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Okay, so how can I help you, Marcus?
Okay, so we're doing the RVM campaign right now. We're just trying to shift it to get more interaction with people when they call in. So we're, getting a lot of calls, a lot of people, FUs, a lot of that stuff. I'm getting some people that want to sell, they're interested. And I'm just trying to build that number up higher because we're hitting like, a lot every day. We're hitting like 10,000 a day. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So how can I help you?
So I got the message. If you want to, this is the new one we try to put out. I'll see. You want me to play it and see what it goes from, or you got it on your side? You want?
Yeah, we talked about 5 days or so ago. I gave you some suggestions on what to change. You played it.
Yeah.
Ring voicemail. Okay, go ahead and play it.
Okay, let's see if we can hear it.
Hi, this is Ginger. We buy houses and we just finished remodeling a house in the area and we are looking for another property to buy. If you have any interest in selling your house, please call my husband, Mark. You can get him at 702-903-3321. And if you don't want to sell your home, there's no need to call us back, but we'd love to hear from you if you are interested. Thanks so much.
That is perfect. You did. Yeah, you did exactly what I suggested. What do you guys think? Anybody have any feedback on Mark's? This is ringless voicemail, so it's a message that's left on a phone system for people he wants to buy houses from. What do you guys think?
Sounds really good.
Yeah, really I like good. It also.
Thanks.
I told him it needed to sound like he left it for one person. Does it sound like a broadcast, or does it sound like someone called and left a message for one person?
Second, somebody called and left personal message.
Oh.
All right, and that's what you want your marketing. When you do broadcast marketing, that's what you want it to look like, sound like, appear as. Marcus, I think that works. That sounds really good. Have you tested it yet?
I was trying to get my partner to test it. And he's like, "Oh, it sounds too personal." I'm like, "No, that's what we're going for. We're going for that." But,
but your partner had you play that crazy one.
Yeah, a lot of different crazy ones. A lot of
different crazy ones that sound. I couldn't believe he wanted you to do that. All right. I wish we could play that as an example for someone to see the content.
I can play it in a second, but let me. So they're going to call in that number. And they're going to talk to me. And this is what I have after that. This is the one that goes from there.
Hi, this is Mark. Please press 1 if you'd like to talk to me about selling a house. And press 2 if you have zero interest in selling a house. Thank you.
Well, I thought yeah. I thought I suggested that just go, if they're calling you, they're returning the call, they expect you to answer or to maybe get your voicemail, your personal voicemail, and you decided not to go that route?
He just, we had a second thing to get people off the list. I didn't want to say list on that, so I didn't say list. I just had push 2. Like, it's kind of like my personal thing, but I have a two-part on my personal voicemail when they call in.
Why do you have to separate them?
Just so we don't keep hitting the same people with the same message. I think that was the main thing. But
why can't you just sort it, just have them. All right, they're getting your message. They're getting a phone tree system. Okay. So, all right. So what happens when they press 1?
When they press 1, let me see. Hold on one second. I got to go through a couple of these. If you want to ask somebody else another question, there's like a 10 of these I got to go through to see which one is the one. Hold on one second. Let me shut the mute off so it doesn't go through everybody.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to be taking the calls, you're not ever going to take the calls live when they call back, is that correct?
Yeah, no, there's such a large volume of calls that come back. So, there's a lot of negative ones, so I don't take the ones that come in, and so I record them, and I'm trying to call back at a certain time. Like I think one of these messages says, "Hey, I'm sorry you missed me. I'll call you back at, I'll give you a call by the end of the day." So I'm trying to, like, I think that's what it says. If they hit 1, that's what goes through. They'd call me at the end of the day or something like that.
Oh, if everybody's going to be like, if you're not answering the phone, everybody's going to leave a message. It's either positive or negative. You don't have to separate them, do you?
Well, the thing, they're coming through, like, I don't know whether, because at first we were doing those other messages, they weren't as personal, and people wouldn't leave anything at all. They just have a blank space. There's just nothing going on. You know what I mean? So there's either the negative, there's the empty people that don't say anything after they click the button, and then there's the people that are, interested and say, "Hey, give me a call back."
Yeah, but why don't you? What's the downside of just saying, "Hey, this is Marcus. Sorry, I'm not available to take your call. Leave a message at the tone. I'll call you back." Just a normal voice.
I hear. No, I'll tell my friend that. I told him that. I sent a bunch of them out, and he didn't like that for some. I don't know why he wanted me to separate it more. Hey, do the press 1, press this. That's what he wanted to do. So you think just straight up tell him, "Hey, we got to do it, Mark. This is my own phone, and I'll give you a call back."
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then they're going to leave a message. Give me a call back or F you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it will get recorded. I'll be able to see what they say and stuff. I mean, I'm trying to have them try the one we just did, the personal one. I'm trying to have them, it was supposed to be today. I'll just say, put it out for a week or something, just see what happens and see if we get more, but different response.
Okay. Well, you gave me what you were using, and this is
I know it's bad. It's, I thought it was really bad.
Okay. All right.
Hold on. Let me see if I got.
You agree with everything I tell you, and you have someone else dictating.
He's got his marketing guy too. That's he's done a lot of deals, and he goes, "Oh, this group said to do this the way to do it." That one you heard. So the one's like,
have him. Yeah, you can't find that, right?
I think I got it here. Let me see if, dude, it was. Let me see where we got it at. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me see if.
Yeah, find that.
I got hundreds.
Hi, this is Ginger. We buy houses and we just finished remodeling a house in the area and we are looking for another property to buy. So
no, that's not it.
That was a better one. Yeah, I got to dig further into where we're at.
Yeah, dig further.
Oh, here you go. Here's maybe, no, let me go a little further back.
It sounded like she was on crack.
Yeah. I mean, see, I don't know if I have the full crack one. My wife tried to do it a little bit after that, but
no, it was the other lady, the other girl.
Yeah, she's just so young sounding. Here's one of the first ones we started with, I think. But this is not the real good one.
Hi, my name is Cindy. I'm looking to buy a house in the neighborhood, and I actually just bought one last month in the Spring Valley area, and I'm looking to buy a few more in Clark County. So if you have any interest in selling, even if it's in the near future, please give me a call. I'm paying all cash. I offer a fast.
Okay, stop. So I told you, okay, that one doesn't sound bad, but I told you that I didn't like the second part of that message.
Yeah.
It was, okay, if you can't find it, that's okay.
I know, well, it's because I have it on my side. I recorded mine and then he has his and it's on the system. I was trying to access the system just to listen to it.
All right.
I couldn't fully get
All
in
right.
there.
Well, here's the deal. You can always do a split run test. do what he's telling you and do what I tell you and do it at the same time and split it up, I guarantee you're going to get 2 or 3 times more response with, I don't know if you're going to, I don't know. Maybe it,
But
maybe,
I just think it's a quality response. I'm getting a better quality of customer and people calling back. He's looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the quality.
no, see, here's that's right. You're looking for people with houses for sale. He's looking for response rate.
Yeah. Well, that looks good on his paper, what he's looking at. He's, oh, look at all these, we're getting tons of hits.
He does not have your best interest in mind.
Yeah. Well, he's my partner.
He does not have your best interest in mind if he's looking at the response rate versus return on investment.
Yeah. I hear
He's
you.
costing you money. He's costing you money. Why? So he looks better? Looks better for who?
Yeah, I hear you. So you think I should definitely push? You like that one a lot. You think I should definitely push for that, and then that's a strong message compared to what we were doing for sure. Then, huh?
I think that message is perfect.
Okay.
Now, how you handle the response, having them pick 1 or 2, I didn't like that message.
Okay. No, I'll re-record it and just tell him to go with the one. And I think he was just trying to clear the list out, so he didn't know how to clear the list out because we have, of all the people on it. If we only do one.
If you only do 1, yeah, someone's going to have to actually listen to the messages. Someone's going to have to do that anyways, right?
No, I listen to every day. That's what I do. I listen to all the messages that come in. So
Yeah.
I'm seeing all the stuff, but he doesn't remove them from the list. There's no list removing when we have the single part thing. You know what I mean? That's why I had the 0 interest in the house. If you click that, then you're going to be off, we won't call you again kind of thing.
Okay.
Like an easy way out.
Okay, I understand there might be, but the message that you just have there is press 1 or press 2. If you want to be removed or whatever, it sounds like it's impersonal. It's impersonal.
Gotcha.
You start
Right.
personal. It's like in direct mail. You design the envelope so it looks so personal, right? So they open it and then they open it and it looks like advertisement, right? And you get this oh yuck response. It's the same type of thing. You want to avoid the oh yuck response. All right, Marcus, any questions on that?
No, I think I'll try to. I'll tell him, hey, we got to do the other way. You said it was good at the voicemail, and I think I'll move forward with it. I'll just say, hey, we got to give this a shot for a week or something, see what happens. And
how many? What kind of calls, positive leads are you getting each day now?
I get a few each day. I got somebody wants to sell me a house in Wyoming. I got somebody, Ohio, that's just a burned out house. I got a few in Las Vegas, but it's just like I was telling Mark, it's hard to get them to call me back. I'll leave a message after it. And Mark was bringing up something about what do you say, like a 2-part system, a 1-step rather than a 2-step approach rather than a 1-step approach. Maybe have like one of these saying, hey, call me, listen to my 24-hour message or something like that. Something to that effect. Nope. You're frozen? Hello?
Yeah, looks
Hello?
like Richard's frozen.
Yeah, it looks like he's frozen.
Yeah.
I'll
Should have
give
quick
him a minute,
text.
Yeah, so some of these that I'm getting in are good and bad. It just, what Damon, where are you at? What city are you in?
I'm out in Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas City. Okay, so I haven't got anything over there yet. But
Yep.
we're getting a bunch of mixed mash stuff that's on the list we got.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I gotta tell you, when I heard that phone tree, that message, the first message was so personal that I would want to call.
Oh, really, huh?
If I called and got a phone tree, I'd be like, oh, really? Well, nice scam,
Yeah, I get some people say that,
It's like, oh, okay, well, all right. I thought I was calling to talk to a person, not a voicemail system. I get those every place I call, and so
Gotcha.
that was my impression when I heard it. It went from personable and somebody I'd like to talk to really, what am I calling a bank? Come on.
Gotcha,
So-
gotcha. No, that's what I'll try. I'm gonna work on it and get him to change it over. He was just thinking it was too personal with my name and all the stuff that we had in there. So I think we'll give it a shot though. I was trying to get
People
it.
want to deal with people.
Yeah, people want to do it with people. It's just, it's such a general list. That's the issue. We're hitting everybody,
Yep.
It's a little different. You back,
So
Richard?
so you're going to different states on that list?
Yeah, it's supposed to be just Nevada, but somehow every now and then some odd ones pop up. Like this one was at Wyoming. The guy wants to give me his house, but there's only a 2,000 population there. It's just way in the middle of nowhere, and it's like a
What?
$200,000 house. What's that?
Is that where his phone goes to?
Yeah, that's where it calls this guy in the middle of nowhere. So I mean, he lives in the middle of nowhere, and he has the house in the middle of nowhere.
How did you put your list together? Who were you targeting? People with houses in Las Vegas
Yeah, people with houses in Las Vegas.
or Nevada?
Yeah, I might be. No, it's just mainly Las Vegas. I mean, 90% or 85% are Las Vegas, and every now and then I'll get some Reno. I'll get some, way far away out of state somewhere. They just seem more interested out of state like that. Like the Ohio guys, like, oh, I'll give you the house for 16, and then he goes, oh, tell me I'll do it today for you at 10. And I'm like, okay, it's different than Las Vegas, that's for sure.
Well, you know what? For everybody on the line, one of the best things you can do is actually target markets that are not high density, that are these. Oh, hold on. I am back. Okay. Marcus, you hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. So, it's so much easier to buy houses in towns of less than 100,000, even around 50,000. Okay. If you have that opportunity to target those areas, it just makes it a lot easier as opposed to these areas like Las Vegas where there's so much, like you said, there's so much competition. We can cut through the competition. We can outmarket them. We can have, like I said, use your marketing approach, the advantage that you do. You can offer the ultimate strategy. You can offer top dollar, work that into your marketing and all that. These smaller towns are good, but not too small. A town of 2,000, you got to be careful. But I bought in a small county, which had small towns in there. But yeah, I just did the whole county, even these small towns. But there was a market. I knew what the market was, for those homes. And I was living there too. It's okay if you don't live there as long as you're not spread all out across the United States. You have these farm areas that you get to know, so it can be, you can do Wyoming, but you got to get to know, you want to focus in on those neighborhoods or that county or those counties in Wyoming to be a big fish in a small pond and just kind of dominate it over time, as opposed to, spreading yourself out and getting calls from all over in different markets. So that's what's happening to you, but you weren't targeting those. You were getting those because maybe you were targeting people that had properties outside the state as well. They had property in Nevada, and then they had other property they wanted to sell outside. You know why you got the?
I don't know. They maybe just people moved or something. Like I have people that, I haven't lived in Las Vegas in 3 years. It's just, maybe the list is.
Well, why are they on the list?
I don't know. It's just, maybe it's a general list and we're getting knickknacks of different stuff. I got like this
Well,
one.
the list is really important. I mean, what list? Where are you getting the list, and how are you putting it together?
Well, he sells lists, so he's a list broker. So he put a lot of different lists together. I got like he's got a lot of names, and like hundreds of thousands of people for the list. So it's just a blast that goes out.
Well, that's okay. So we're talking about the problems that you're having is with the list.
Yeah.
So, all righty.
But I like that, because this guy said, hi, I was contacted yesterday, thought it was more personal, big, pretty, big, was one more of a personal big. Pretty good line you guys got. Feel free to call back. So this guy liked the message, I guess. I don't know if it's the right one though. It was maybe the other message we had before, but he liked the message that came through apparently.
I wonder, well, that means he's evaluating. That's interesting. I mean, he's evaluating as a, well, he said he liked the message. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a positive, I guess, right?
Well, you don't, again, we're trying to make it sound like not a marketing message. He's saying, well, it's a pretty good marketing message.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll switch it up. I'll know this week. We'll put it out there. I mean, I'll call him again to put it on there for today, and then at least we'll get a few days in for the week, see how it goes, and then I'll change my other message too, and we'll do that.
Okay, well, we want to know your metrics as far as how much you're spending versus how many, leads, people with actual houses for sale,
Yeah.
you get, and then your conversion on that. So, how many of those turn into a deal up front, and then of course you're going to follow up on the rest of those.
Yeah, no, I probably got a few. I probably got close to 10 or so. 10. We got one's it's a mobile home. I never bought mobile homes before, but this guy, they want to sell it, and it doesn't have it's in a park. So normally I shy away, but it's somebody died in it, so they only want 5,000 for it. And
Well, okay, but it's not. But it's a mobile home in a park.
yeah, exactly. And I'd say hell no, I wouldn't touch that ever. But this market's so hot out here right now. Those things go for like 35,000 a piece.
Okay. Well, the question is, you're either going to buy it using the ultimate strategy, right? Buy it cheap, all cash, sell it with terms, right? For top dollar.
Oh yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So I used to do that. I used to buy these $10,000. Well, I'd buy these older mobile homes in a park for like a couple $1,000s because they couldn't sell them.
Yeah.
And it's almost a liability. And then I would sell them for 10,000, right, with terms.
Okay, there you go.
But it's you can make so much more money on a different type of transaction with the same amount of effort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But if you could flip it,
Yeah.
you could buy it for $5,000, even maybe $5,000 with terms, right? And then turn around and sell it for either cash or terms, right? And flip it. But you got to know about the restrictions because I've had trouble selling my mobile home that's in a park because the park didn't want to approve my buyer.
Oh, there you go.
I don't like being out of control like that. So you gotta find out what kind of restrictions there are with the park and maybe get on a good relationship with them and maybe hopefully they're flexible and they're not going to put a lot of roadblocks.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna just flip it just because it's $5,000. The payment's $750 a month on the payment. So I'm like, dude, I don't want to. If I could believe.
Oh, for the park? For the park?
Yeah.
No,
Not what I want to keep because
you want to own the park and the mobile homes.
Yeah.
You want to own.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah, it's great. So I mean, I figure there's some money in it. So this will pay for my marketing for a little while. If we get, when we get this and then close it up. So that should help out a little bit. And then I got a couple other that are floating around, but.
how much do you think it costs you to get 10 leads with this campaign?
It's probably, we're probably in for about 2,000 right now.
That's not too bad.
1,800, something
That
like
works.
that.
Yeah, if you can convert one of those 10 leads into a deal. Now, to me, a deal is usually, 40 or 50 grand.
Yeah.
So, if you can turn it in, if you can get one deal out of 10, usually we're not getting a bunch of junk calls. So we're getting like 30 calls, then we get 10 leads, and then we get one deal, which is usually over 50 grand. But if you got 10 leads and we want to spend, $1,000 to $3,000 to get that. So you spend $2,000 to get 10 leads and convert one. That's good. I mean, you compare that to other campaigns, but it's working.
Yeah, no, I was telling Mark though, a couple of these people, call me back because I was supposed to go on 2 different appointments with them. And And the one guy says, oh, we'll pick up after the end of the year, at the beginning of the year. And I can't get the guy back. I was just asking Mark, how many times I need to call, how many times should I call him back to get him? But he's just not responding. And same with the other one as well. Same thing. She's scared to show me her house. I'm like, dude, just let me get in there and I'll take a look around.
Okay, wait, okay, let's talk about that. She's scared for you to go in the house because of COVID?
No, I guess it's really dirty. I'm like, okay, I've been into, all kinds of houses, squatter homes with tons of stuff everywhere. Don't even worry about it. No problem. I'm fine. But she's
Okay, but, all right. But you can move forward with, if they don't want you to see it, you should talk her out of that, right? But if you can't, then you can move forward without, we can put together some offers, assuming that, what she tells you about the inside.
Yeah. Well, no, I asked her I should probably do. I mean, they're afraid they'll lose the house because their husband's out of work right now. So that was their issue, but I can't get her to respond back,
Are they
What's
living
that?
there? Are they living in
Yeah,
the
they live in there. And then I tried to call back and I've left. I said, hey, I'll call back Monday at 10. I did that. And she still hasn't responded back. So I'm like,
Well, yeah, and you're going to get this, and because they're trying to, because normally when you do some of my marketing where they got a very good marketing message and they know all the reasons why they should, use you to sell their house, they should go to you as opposed to their other options. They're kind of pre-sold, so you don't get as much of this, like, wavering. So what you want to do is set up a system to get that information to their hand after they contact you. Send out your credibility kit with
okay.
marketing, with the free special report, with some of my marketing messages to give them hope, because right now they think it sounds, they're expecting it not to work out. And so you got to give them hope. And you go ahead and give them time if they need time, but show them that you got to demonstrate that you're real, and it's there's nothing to be afraid of.
Well, I mean, how many times should I call back a day or a week on these things? I mean, if I hate to lose them. I know a lot of these guys call like 3 or 4 times a day. I don't want to be that guy, but
No, you don't chase sellers. Okay. But if you leave a message, I mean, if you called me, Mark, it'd be like if you called me, right? If you called me the message, you'd probably wait a couple of days before you called me back.
Yeah.
Unless it was urgent. And this is not necessarily urgent unless you know it's urgent for them, right? You know that it's going to the courthouse steps, or something's pending, or something's urgent. But yeah, you would call you'd call a couple times after a couple, call a couple days later. Hey, I didn't hear from you. Give me a call. And then, hey, this is Marcus. You must be busy with other things, so just give me a call when you're ready. Now, kind of like let them off the hook.
yeah.
Then wait, 4 or 5 or 6 days before you try again. But I would send them a letter or a postcard.
Okay. So just the magic bullet. I mean, I guess, I'm kind of going from a different angle with them than the magic bullet. So I just send them just a postcard of seeing if you're selling your house, or
Well-
I'll just personalize it and just say, hey, I was talking to you about your house and seeing if you're still interested in selling your property.
Yeah, what you want to do is you want to put together your credibility kit, your
Uh-huh.
package that you
Okay.
should send to every lead that you talk to immediately as soon as you get off the phone. But then just have a little cover note or cover letter and say, hey, I enjoyed talking to you on the phone. And then if you've already, if you know what the next step is, just say, I look forward to seeing you on Saturday, or I'll like I said, I'll do my research and give you a call next week, or, whatever it is. Just make it like lead them to the next step, whatever the next step is. And yeah, a little personal note.
Okay.
What-
So credibility and a personal note then. Okay. I guess.
Yeah. What do you want them to do next? Do you want them to call you back right then? Or do you want them to wait for your phone call? Or do you want them to read the information you sent you? Or do you want them to go online and fill out a form? It's like, what's the next step for them? So these people that you're following up with, yeah, you could say, here's some information. I left you a couple messages. I need some more information to finalize my numbers so I can tell you exactly how much I can pay for your house when I buy it, see? And, you know, so give me a call and so we can move this forward. You know, give them a reason.
Okay.
So, all right, that helpful?
Yeah, I think that's good. It should be good. I'll send something out and go from there. Should be good. Thanks.
All right. Who else on the line has come to the table with some questions or needs some help with their real estate investing business? Go ahead and unmute yourself and say hello. Damien, hey Val, how are you?
Hi, Richard. I'm doing awesome. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I would love some help with marketing. I was doing texting, as you know, got some responses. People were answering my texts. I was filling out a property information sheet, but once I was ready to, to give them some offers, they did not answer the phone. And it feels like I'm chasing them and they actually not really interested. So I need some marketing, better marketing.
Well, how many leads did you generate?
Like 5.
Okay. And if you generate 5 leads, what's your expectation on buying a house?
I don't have expectation to buy a house, but I actually want to present some offers. What I started doing after, I was putting video together, showing them that I'm a real person and
Okay,
sending them a link.
Say that again about the video. What did you say?
I started recording video with my offers.
Because Mark does it that way.
Yes.
But Mark is not chasing. He is comfortable.
Yeah, I understand. So this is why I'm saying I need some good marketing to get my leads. Some who is really interested. Maybe I should go after expired listings or something like that.
Okay. Well, how much have you spent on your marketing to get five leads?
500.
$500.
Yeah, actually 400 of those were magic bullet postcard, and only 1 lead because, as you said, the market, the list is exaggerated. So I was waiting to get another list from a property manager.
Okay. All right. So what we normally say is you spend about, 500 a month, times 3 months at a minimum, $1,500 to get 30 calls, to get make 10 offers, and to get 1 deal. Okay. So have you spent $900 or $500?
5. I would love to spend more. The problem, I cannot spend 400 and get only 1 lead. You see what I'm saying?
Spend $1,500, get 1 lead. As long as you buy 1 house, it's a win.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, it's so yeah, yes, you need more leads. You got to be making more offers, and we have to, depending on the type of campaign, would be the type of response you're getting as far as people calling you back once you talk to them, and then now you're saying they're not returning your phone calls. Okay. Some of that you created because of your new approach, because based on what you told me, because I've quizzed you quite a bit on, what did they say, what did you say, that type, and so you're learning on things, what to do and what not to do. So that's you're only going to get better on that. So, but you need more leads. You need more leads, and you spent $400 on postcards, and then you supplemented that with about $100 worth of texting. So
yes.
And you got 5 leads. And out of those 5 leads, do you think, is there any chance you're going to be able to pursue any of those?
I hope I'm gonna just text them the link with my video with offers. You know, I try to make it more personal.
Okay. But the best thing to do is to get them on the phone or meet with them and make your offers, right?
Yeah, but again, it does not look like they're interested. It's like I'm chasing them, and then they're telling me they are not distressed sellers.
Right, right. So I would get those agreements before I work on it. Before I would say, do you want me to work on this and tell you what I can do?
Hmm.
You know, so when if they're giving you, spending the time to give you the information, then they have a reason. There's some underlying motivation there, but maybe it's hidden. But you've told me you're pulling that information out of them, and they're telling you, look, I'm not interested in selling.
Hmm.
Right? Well, I wouldn't pursue those people. Those are not leads. That's not what we're looking for. We're not looking just for someone who will talk to us. We're looking for someone who has a house for sale.
So how do I find those sellers, not just owners?
With marketing campaigns, but it's your pre-screening. When you're talking to someone and they have no interest in selling, right?
Hmm.
Then you can put them on a follow-up list where you mail to them once every quarter, right? So that when they are interested in selling, they'll think about you. So you do want to, if someone tells me they're not interested in selling, there's no reason for me to gather any information, spend any time on it, or make any offers. So,
Mhm.
you know, when you run the script, we ask them the question, you know, when do you want to sell, right? So
What marketing campaign should I run to get, you know, interested sellers?
direct mail, and I think the texting was working. What do you think about the texting?
I had
I-
people who were
Yeah.
telling me they get a lot of, you know, in mail, but I was the first one who texted them, so they kind of responded. But again, none of them were really interested.
Right. But again, those should go on your follow-up list.
Hmm.
Those should just go into an automatic follow-up system where you just send them a postcard every 3 or 4 months. Okay. Yeah, no, if someone needs to want to know what you're going to offer, and I think they want to know, if again, some of these people that we talked about, they want to know your offer, I think. Again, I asked you, out of those 5, is any of those, do you think anybody wants to sell their house out of those 5?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. All right. So we'll work on getting you more leads. Yeah. You asked me an update on that property list manager.
Yes.
I'll check with, them and Mark, see if he has any updates. I haven't gotten in there and played with it yet because I was out on the road for a week. So that's the list. We could do the postcard, and the response you get, you are in a saturated area, so you are mailing close to where you are at. If you go further out, I'm wondering if you go more into the smaller towns, if you go like inward, away from the coast, do you have
Mhm.
communities out that way?
Hmm.
Okay. That's something we might take a look at. We can do an appointment on that, take a look at your list. But we can do that when we work with the property list manager. But have you looked at the map, those communities, what they are? When you think about it, when you go out west from where you're at?
I'm actually thinking not about going west, but about going more north.
Okay, north to where? What city?
Up on the yeah, we discussed at Vero Beach, maybe Stewart, that area.
Okay,
But again, it's a driving for me. We'll have to drive there, like hour and a half one way.
okay. All right, well, we can use a different list with the same zip codes, use a different list criteria with the same zip codes.
Mhm.
You still have the potential of having someone who's very saturated area.
Mhm.
But again, maybe with a better approach, better message, you'll get enough leads to make it, worthwhile. And I
Mhm.
think you can. But it is a saturated area. You know that. I know that. So that when you do that, you can test a different area. Looks like I have an unstable connection. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Good. All right. Okay. What other questions do you have on that?
I was thinking to get leads, just start calling people, maybe expired listings. So at least I know they have a house and they're selling, you know,
Sure, absolutely.
filling out application because right now. Mhm.
Yeah. But is it okay? Are you with Mark? Are you guys working off a marketing plan? A
We
marketing
haven't
plan. You
had
should be like,
we haven't had our accountability
Right.
call for this month, but we will. He just sent me an email and
Oh.
said that he's doing really good. Got 2 properties under contract.
Okay. So yeah, on your marketing plan should be the different things you're going to do to generate leads. And he already told you to make calls, and it already was working for you with just a
Mhm.
few calls. So absolutely, I would make that part of your marketing plan, especially since you're willing to do it,
Mhm.
and it's free.
Not actually 3. I have to pay to look up their phone number. It's not listed most of the time on MLS. Then the listing gets expired.
Okay. Yeah, you could pay someone, or you could look up the phone number yourself, but you use a service to do that.
Yeah, the service that you recommended with Kian, it's really good
Oh, for
one.
skip tracing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, someone's got to do it, but sometimes you can just look it up on the internet and find it. See,
Mhm.
yourself, as opposed to using the service. But I would use the service just to save time.
Mhm.
Doesn't? Okay, good. All right. Um, so why don't you just do that until we get your next direct mail campaign going?
Yeah. Should I offer people a lease option in case they don't want to sell on terms?
You shouldn't be talking about anybody about selling on terms.
Mhm.
You haven't even gotten to that point where you've made your offers yet. Is that correct?
Mhm.
Okay, then there's no that's not the problem. The problem is getting someone to the position point where they'll actually listen to your offers. That's what
Mhm.
you said you haven't gotten to yet, right? You got the information. We've worked on offers. You haven't been able to present any offers.
Yeah, but my point is, just in case somebody is not ready to sell on terms, is it a good idea to to offer a lease option?
Why?
I guess in case just in case somebody is not ready to sell on terms.
Well, buying on a lease option is with terms. It's another way. It's a 5x5 strategy.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, so yeah, you want to have but there's got to be a reason to offer the lease option. What's it going to solve? So yeah, if it allows you to do a deal, but to ask in a general way, well, yeah, you can always buy on a lease option, but there's some downside to it. But you're creating a solution to a problem that hasn't even presented itself to you, because buying on a lease option is buying with term. So maybe they don't want you to take over an existing loan subject to, right? They don't want you to own a house with their name on the loan, right? Then a lease option is a good way, is one of the solutions for that, okay? So we have all kinds of solutions to any problems, but we need to get in a position to fix, have the problem to determine what the solution is going to be. Doesn't want to sell on terms. It might be if they want all their cash, well, a lease option's not going to work, right? So it depends on the reason why they don't want to sell with terms.
Okay.
But again, I will be happy to help you with that. Let's get you in a position where you have a seller that is actually saying no to your offers. Have you made any offers yet?
If sending a video with offers is, considered to make an offer, yeah.
Okay. And when did
I
you
sent
send?
one yesterday.
Okay. And who did you send it to?
You know that guy with the vacant property? We work on the offers last year, the end of December.
Yeah. And was this a guy who was rude to you or not?
No.
He was nice to you? Okay.
Yeah, he was nice, but he said, I don't, during our conversation on the phone, he said, I don't want to, take payments or something like that. I want to just be done with it.
See,
So probably my problem is just I'm chasing people and wasting my time on creating offers who's actually not my prospects.
no, you've got it all wrong. The problem that you're doing with this guy is that there's no way you're going to buy the house. He already told you he doesn't want to do any terms. That shouldn't have come up in the first place. And you're sending it in a video, which is just, it's not going to work with that particular person. Okay. So you're not following the best practices of presenting the offers. Now, are you saying that he wouldn't set an appointment so you could present the offers?
Yeah, even Zoom appointment he didn't want to do.
Yeah.
Because they all expect I'm gonna pick up the phone and give them one number and it's whether yes or no from them. This is it.
Yeah. And you could if they tell you that's what they want, then I would do that. I wouldn't waste any further time on it. If they're not going to let me present my offers and they just tell me, just get to the bottom line, then I have nothing to lose to get to the bottom line and then say here, and it probably doesn't make any sense to you, but if you want to discuss it, let's go ahead and discuss it. And just go ahead and do what you have nothing to lose. If they're not present your offers in a way that get them accepted, you have nothing, you're not going to get any offers accepted. You might as well just throw them out there. Yeah. Might as well go ahead and spend the time, videotape it and send it to them. You have nothing to lose except for that time that you spent. Okay. So, what I would normally do is just realize that I'm not going to buy the house now. So they're going to need to cook. They're not motivated enough. So I'm just going to follow up. I'm going to build the relationship. I'm going to call it out to them. I'm going to tell them directly. Look, if we can't get together to talk about me buying your house and for me to verify my assumptions on that, then yeah, it's best for you to go pursue your other options. I'm not going to put up with that. I'm going to have someone who's cooperating. I'm not going to chase after people, and I'm not going to have any patience for people that are not cooperative. So yeah, when you have more leads than you can handle, it's easier to take on that mentality. And so you're on a minimal budget. We would normally want to spend, a bunch more money on marketing over the past few months than we've done, and you would be probably in that position. So it's just,
Richard, I don't mind spending. I understand I have to invest. The problem, it makes no sense to me to send out 800 cards, spend $400 on that and get only one lead. So my problem is the least probably.
yeah, but you haven't spent enough to determine if that's, you need to spend at least a couple, $1,500 to $2,000 to test a campaign. And you spent a quarter of that, okay, or a third of that.
Okay, so you saying I need to, I don't know, continue. I believe that 850, that was, only people that fit our criteria, out of town, a bunch of equity.
I told you, it was an easy to get list, and it was a criteria that everybody else is hitting. I told you right up front, because it's easy access, because it's data that's for free that you get as an agent. It's easy accessible data. Everybody else is targeting the same type of data. And, Florida's got tons of investors, right? So it was a test. So the test is didn't you get two decent calls out of that?
I got only one from the postcard, and I started texting all those people, sending them a message, hey, name, comment, did you get my postcard about your house at? And that way I got more people, but
Okay, but the one person that called you on the postcard said they've been getting a lot of postcards. They get tons of them, and they like. That was the one that.
Yeah, they like the message. Yeah.
Okay, but again, we found out, we learned that they're getting a lot of direct mail, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got to change the list, which we've been talking about doing, right? And and then we added, we want multiple hits. So we added the texting, okay? And that's a test, right? And it's the first time you've ever done it. I haven't even done it. Mark's done it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And John's done it. So, but I haven't even done it, right? So, I think we need to mail the magic bullet postcard to a very targeted list that we'll get through Property List Manager. That will be our next campaign. In the meantime, I'm okay with you doing any follow-up texts if Mark recommends hitting people more than once on that text campaign. What does he say about that from the list you already got?
He said me that for the month of January, we need to send another like 300 texts on that list.
Okay, so yeah, I would go ahead. Go ahead and do that too, right? You want to do that or not?
Yeah, I just kind of, I don't feel that it worked.
Okay. Well, if you felt you've done enough of it to determine that it's not working, because it's, again, you got to make 10 offers and get 9 no's to make 100 grand.
I understand, Richard. So what would be a message, like, let's say a text to an expired listing?
A text to, I would just use my normal, I'd use a common sense approach. Okay. I would mail them. Expired listings, I would mail them, and then I would send them a text saying, I'm calling about my letter. I'd mail them a letter or a postcard, but expired listings, I would mail them a letter with a credibility kit. So it depends on the list. So yeah, so you can get expired listings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have we talked about this?
No, I'm just thinking to do that because these people have a house for sale. It's not like I'm thinking somebody who may be interested. And so far, none of them are interested.
Yeah, I would let them know that you are looking to buy because of your long-term buy and hold approach, you can pay top dollar. So you want to find out if they still have a house for sale. So if expired listings, I might approach them asking if they're still looking to sell their property. You can take the approach that I'm just buying property in the area, right? And that you're not like telling them that you know that their house was on the market. Here's another approach. I talked to another client. I don't know who it was off the top of my head. Might have been Jeff. He's a real estate agent. But he's getting expired listings. And the approach is with expired listings is, and this was going to be through direct mail, maybe create a new message as opposed to just send out the Magic Boat postcard. If people just do that, that's as opposed to try and reinvent the wheel every time. But if you're going with expired listings, you can let the people know that they're about to be barraged by a bunch of people that are going to try and buy their house at a discount, right? A bunch of investors that want to buy their house at a discount. Isn't that what everybody else does, Val? Right?
Yeah.
Most investors target, if they do get hit, they're going to be trying to buy at a discount, or they're going to get hit with a bunch of real estate agents that want to relist their house or market their house. And what it is you really don't need to market your house. You need a buyer. I'm a buyer, and I can top dollar because I'm not going to flip your house. I'm going to buy it and I'm going to hold it forever. And because of that, I can take into account, what the property will be worth down the road when I buy it today. So that's kind of our magic bullet message. So in a text, so I would do direct mail to that list, and I'll help you with that. And then I would send them a text and said, did you get my direct mail? Did you get my letter? Best approach on the text is, did you get my letter? Send them a letter and then say, did you get my letter? Now, if you didn't do the direct mail, I might say, I'm interested in buying your house at this address. I have a letter to send you. Would I send it to this address, or is there a different place? See, that would be a good approach that'd be a good approach on expired listings, is tell them that you want to put together some offers to purchase their property, and it's like, what's your mailing address? See, what you want to do with that list, think about it, is you're just trying to get them to respond. You don't discount you, right? You want them to have some curiosity and to respond. So we can work on that too. But when can you get that list?
Excuse me?
When can you get that expired list?
Right now, I just go to MLS and click single family houses, probably the area, pick the area, and just expired.
Can you get ones that expired like?
Yeah, I can get whatever I want to. I can put a period there when it was expired just recently.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I'd like to test between brand new expireds. You have to jump on those right away. Like I said, before they start getting inundated, and tell them, look, you're going to get inundated. Give me a call, and or and test the older ones.
Yeah, I think that the tax would work better and will be more affordable. Because you never know, maybe they were not gonna open that letter, that envelope.
No, you're just coming up with reasons not to spend the money. I know how. Look, there's two ways to get an envelope open. Number one, design it how I tell you. Number two, use a postcard. So we don't have to send letters. But when you have a targeted list like that, it's the best practice. It's worth it. But yeah, otherwise you're going to send a series of postcards. You're going to take that list and you're going to hit them, 2 or 3 times over a short period of time. And then if you get these people again calling you off of that Magic Bullet postcard, they'll be more predisposed to do business with you as opposed to just from a text. Okay, from text, you actually need to get them the rest of the information. You need to get them that free special report. You need them to look at your website. You need them to look at your credibility kit, you know. But with forward that a little bit faster with the direct mail or the postcard. So I still always like postcards because letters are more work and they are more expensive, and we can send 3 postcards for the cost of 1 letter. But for a very targeted list, shared listings, I've always recommended letters or postcards. So we can do postcards. And why don't you go ahead and put your list together, do some research, tell me how big that list is.
Okay, and let's add it, you know, the text, magic bullet postcard text, so it fit expired listing.
Do a text to the expired listing?
No, let's adjust the text on the magic bullet postcard, so it applies to an expired listing.
Yeah, we can do that. In fact, if you want to just start with the text without the postcard, you can do that. It's worth spending doing the postcards for sure, absolutely, for that list. But yeah, you can, if you want me to help you put together a message for the texting.
Yeah, I would really love that.
Yeah, let's do that. Go ahead and put your list together, figure out how many we got, and you want to when you'll be ready to send out. So let's put together our plan. Let's get it on the schedule, and then we'll go ahead and create the perfect message for you.
And we always can test. We can do just text. We can do magic bullet and the text following.
Yeah. So go ahead and work on your plan there, and go ahead and book a 15-minute call on my schedule.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
All right, real good. All right, let's see. Anybody else? This call. What, man? We've gone for an hour already. This call only goes until I take care of everybody. Does anybody else have any questions on what we covered or anything about your business? Any help in taking your business to the next level? I see Max. Max, you're there. You can go ahead and unmute yourself. I understand you had a deal. You had some questions on a deal that you wanted to work on, a free and clear property.
Yep. Can you hear me?
I can, Max. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Good. Did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm a little unprepared because I was just driving and I just walked in the door, but I can give just I guess I have a quick question. So in this particular scenario, the seller owns the property free and clear, but they have a HELOC on the property, and they, in essence, their biggest thing that they want resolved is to ensure that that HELOC gets paid off. It's a $40,000 HELOC.
Yeah, Max, we're going to pay it off. The house is worth what, 340?
They're asking 340. ARV is roughly around 390, maybe a slightly bit more, but it's I would say just to be safe, 390.
Okay, and would you sell it with terms?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the plan, is to sell it with terms.
What price would you sell it for with terms?
One second, because I had this all written down. It was probably, I think I had it around the 390 mark.
Yeah, 397. All right. So I just made you $7,000. All right. So you'd sell it for 397 with terms. All right. And then they have it's free and clear, but they have a HELOC, which is 40,000, right?
Correct.
So your no money down offer to the seller, because you make a small down offer and a large down offer, right? You make multiple offers with using the Ultimate Profit Generator software, which you got.
Yep.
So the no money down offer is 40,000 down, right? Because you have to give them enough to release that HELOC, to pay that off, so that it's basic, so it becomes free and clear. So you're paying off what they owe with their down payment money.
Got it. Okay.
So your first offer might be 40,000 down, your second offer might be 60,000 down, your third offer might be 100,000, right? If you had different down payments.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the thing that, and I know you've just mentioned this on other calls as well, is I do not have any private money or access to private money at this moment. I'm not saying it's impossible, because I know it's not, but just
Right.
as of right now, I do not have access to private money.
Right. So your offer is going to be, I have a couple sources that if you have a deal, we'll have to look at that specific deal. So
Okay.
your it's going to be subject to, funding, right? It's going to be subject to inspection by it's going to be subject to, like normal, it's going to be subject to a purchase money loan.
Got it.
All right. But usually we just lay it out as a, subject to verification of title, value, and, inspection. Part of that inspection is having my money partner, verify that they'll do the loan,
Makes sense. Okay.
So, so if they didn't owe 40, then you wouldn't have to raise that extra 40 in order to do the deal. So, but
Yep.
you could take it over, that type of thing. But the best thing to do is, it's a small amount compared to the value. So let's pay it off. And then let's go ahead and put a first mortgage on there. And how much money do you want to pull out of the deal when you buy it?
I hadn't thought about that. I mean, I think initially about anywhere from 10 to 15 up front.
Yeah.
I had the numbers. I had the numbers all written down, but it just, I don't have them written.
Did you put the numbers in the software? Because you were given.
Yeah, I do. That's what I meant. I have all the numbers in the software. I just don't have them written for me at the moment.
All right. Well, if you still need help on it next Tuesday, just send it over to me, or go ahead and send it over to me. I'll take a look. But if you want me to go over it, next Tuesday, I can go over it with you, if that would be
Okay.
helpful. I don't know when you
Okay.
want to make the offers, but I'll be happy to take a look at your UPG.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send that over probably in a bit, because they're ready for an offer. They're actually just they're waiting on whatever proposal we're able to provide to them.
Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'll
Okay.
look at that for you.
Okay. Thank you.
But you got to give them at least 40,000 down, and you don't put that in the loans tab as an existing loan, right? So you don't have to put that on the. It's not.
So on that loan tab would just, in essence, just be, I wouldn't have to put anything in there, correct?
That is correct, because that
Okay.
loan will not exist.
Got it. Okay.
All right. Anybody else got any questions before we take off? Damien, do we have any questions from the chat?
There was. Well, let's see. One, Brandy hopped on and said, "Hey, hi, Richard." So hello,
Brandy.
Vale.
Brandy Vale, my coach.
Yep, she
Coach.
just dropped
Okay,
you a
cool.
hello in the chat. Marcus said his internet crashed, and it looks like he keeps popping on and offline, but he wanted to ask a follow-up regarding, and I asked this for clarification, is what you thought about directing people as a call to action towards a 24-hour recorded message.
Well, yeah, it's in his marketing tools. All right. So my clients have the free and clear cash machine. They have all the marketing tools that are in there, plus all the marketing tools that are in the 5x5 system. And you have my free recorded message line script. Okay, so the question, Damien, was where would he put that? On what?
Bill, I asked, was there any questions you'd like me to relay? And he said, well, was just seeing if he thought we should try a 24-hour message. And I asked, as clarification goes, as far as directing marketing towards a recorded message, and quote, call 24-hour recorded message as the call to action.
Well, it
So
depends on
he
your
basically
media.
said yes.
Not from texting. Not from texting.
Yeah, I think, yeah, he didn't clarify whether it'd be from,
Or
what
no,
the source would be.
we were talking about a free record, ringless voicemail. So he wouldn't do that there. If he's taking that personal approach, right? It's like if you put a vehicle wrap on your vehicle, you want a 24-hour recorded message and your website. I like it on, yeah, you can put it on postcards. You can put it in, on signs. You can put it in ads. But it's an alternative to a website. Okay. So I like your direct number and then your website, and you can add that to it if you want. But I guess some people, if they don't have websites, they should get one. But if they don't have one, you definitely want a free recorded message line, because you want to have that two-step marketing. You want to be able to let people respond 24/7 without the threat of someone answering the phone. And so you got to tell them this is a 24-hour recorded message line, so they know nobody's going to answer the phone. But they also know if they go to the website, no one's going to answer the phone, because so it's a non-threatening way to get more information. So yes, you would do that, but you wouldn't do that as part of his personalized, ringless voicemail campaign that he's working on. I'd have to figure out where you would put that, but yes, on other marketing. Okay, what else do we?
That might be a good thing, just add to a magic bullet postcard as opposed to, how,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not sure if he implied texting or not, but would that be good to include with a text as well?
It depends on your approach with the text. Typically not, because it looks like you are, if you're texting, you want it to look personal. Otherwise, you're going to get backlash. And some people say, hey, look, it doesn't matter. I'm making money. I get all this backlash. I do find people and I do deals. Oh, that's fine. But you don't look personal now. You might improve that by looking personal. If you're going to look like an advertisement, sound like an advertisement, then go ahead and put it in there. Okay, go ahead. What else we got?
I think that's it. Anyone else have any questions? Don't hesitate, unmute.
All right, real good. All right, well, thanks everybody. Thanks, Damien, for helping out here. And we do have this recorded, so we'll get this into the library. And we do, okay, so I unlocked some more free stuff at Rupodia.com/free. Some of the programs in the library, the Rupp Legacy Library, I went ahead and unlocked. So there's some additional stuff that people can get for free. We're also, Thursday night, we're going to go ahead and open up our monthly Ultimate Training webinar. It will be on Thursday night on raising private money. Okay. And I forgot to tell Max that he doesn't have any private money, so he should go ahead and join us on, and Max is still there. Yeah, join us Thursday night. We will record that. We will have a replay of that. And we do have a replay of this as well that we'll put up into the library. We're still kind of organizing that for people that are like non-members or even our members. We're just getting everything organized now. But next call is Thursday night. How the basics of, how to put your private money program together. We'll help you go ahead and get that launched. That should not be an issue. Otherwise, yeah, you do have to make offers that need money contingent on getting that money. And once you have a good deal, it should be easy. That makes it easy to maybe find those lenders for the next time, because you can explain the deal to them. But I'll show you how to get people waiting in line to fund your deals. That's what you want. That's the ultimate outcome. So thanks, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and end the call. This is Richard Rupp with richardrupp.com, and we will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Have a great day.